Greetings everyone, back again with another installment of the work on the 9L60 chassis for the Predicta full dress model. And our shipment from DigiKey finally arrived, so I've been busy redoing all the point-to-point wiring on the back side of the chassis. Most of the board work is done. There was only two parts I was waiting for them, so I got those installed. Still got to do the network boards. Those should be here by the end of the week. I just got confirmation that they shipped, so once I get those, the boards can get mounted back on their posts, reconnect any wires, and hopefully we'll be getting ready soon to test this thing, which is always an exciting and a nerve-wracking time. But anyway, just give you a brief overview of what we've done. All the wire wound resistors that were in here were pretty sad looking, so I replaced them with modern equivalents, and they're a lot smaller than the originals, so there's more room for air to circulate around the parts and so forth. This is a hot area anyway because the 5U4 rectifier tube sits right there, baking everything near it. Got our electrolytics all redone. These were an FP type capacitor that was clamped into this pocket here, and I've got terminal strips mounted and the capacitors attached to those. Same over here. There's another can that went this way, so I've got 4 individual ones there. Got all the resistors redone in here. This was my replacement for that network that was hiding way down here behind the vertical output transformer. I actually had to remove the transformer, or I should say remove its mounting screws to move it back. So I had enough room to get this out of there, but it's out. This is replaced. One thing I noticed, the part number for the vertical retrace blanking network in this set should be 306024-2. The Holiday model, the 9L30 type chassis, has 306024-1. And looking at the circuit diagrams for both, they're virtually identical. The part values are the same. Usually when they had a -1 or a -2 after the part number, that was to indicate a revision. Sometimes they just use more stable parts. If you look in the notes in the parts list at the bottom, they'll mention things like that. So it should work, but we'll give it the ultimate test here when this all gets back together. Also went through and all the tape that was holding the wire harness together for the volume and contrast controls and all the other sweep controls on the back of the set. The tape that bundles these wires together was just falling apart, so I went ahead and replaced it with tie wraps on all these. And also a lot of these nylon straps. The originals were some other type of plastic that over the last 50, 60 some years has gotten brittle. So I replaced it with these nylon ones that should hopefully last a really long time. Got the cover back on the IF strip. And that's pretty much it for the back side of it. This side, the work is pretty much done. Just a few little things I need to do top side. Like I mentioned, this resistor and this mica capacitor I had to order. They're in place now, so just waiting for the networks to go in their spots. Made up a new horizontal AFC diode pack. The originals were germanium diodes, and sometimes they can get flaky because of their age, so I replaced it with modern silicon ones. I still need to replace this. I've got a junk chassis out in the garage that I need to fish the inductor off of and swap that out, but the board's still loose on here while I'm waiting for the last parts. So once I get those, then I can solder all these lugs back down. Same for the video and sound board, which is back here. So that's just waiting on networks. So next steps will be to get those networks made, put them in here. I got to go through and test all the tubes, make sure they're all good. put them back in their respective sockets once I get the boards anchored back in. Clean the controls, check the power switch, clean the tuner, check the tubes in the tuner, and then we should be ready to try to fire this baby up. So getting close now. I'm excited. So anyway, until then, we'll see you later.